Hello friends, I hope you enjoyed watching me hit the target. Anyway, we love an unboxing, and when I've got this in my hand, that's exactly what we will do. Monty's a little bit overwrought, been out a couple of times today, quite tired, and is now making his way to his bed, I think. But he may be up, because he likes an unboxing too. First thing is rather boring, and it is Montgomery related. I've ordered a bottle of my alter ego, the drag queen. Just joking. I've ordered a bottle of citronella. Now why have I got citronella? Well, this stuff is to put on wires so Montgomery doesn't chew on them. Although, to be honest, he stopped doing it really on the serious ones because I've told him off. Citronella. To go with my other drag queen friend, named after the papal encyclical, Amoris Laetitia. Odd name, isn't it? But just works very well for a drag queen. Not that I approve of drag queens, I heartily disapprove. But I just thought citronella. I mean, I just couldn't give up the opportunity of passing a comment. So citronella is great friends with Amoris Laetitia. Anyway, that's what that's for. I was digressing. You see what happens? Monty just sent something flying, but I'm not quite sure what it was. I'm going to take a sip, my friends, from my Tudor cup of IPA. I've been out all day, but I'm going to explain all that when I get to the cottage. Okay, that's that one. Done. Finished. I'm going to leave that one last, because I know you're going to love that one. But your landy guys might like what I'm going to show you now. You know how I am amassing an arsenal of stuff. Well, here we go again. You know what that's for. I ain't going to tell you. And you already know that I've got metric... Here's another one. You already know that I've got metric sockets, snap-ons. I'm going to be careful how I open this. There's no pretty way to do this. Now I'm becoming a snap-on purist. Snap-on screwdriver. What's not to like? I have actually got another one that I need to show you, but I might do that up at the cottage. No, I won't even bother. I've got a lovely antique... Well, no, I will show you. There's a nice little one there. I won't bother showing you all the sockets because you know what sockets look like. Couple of very nice... Look at those. Snap-on Phillips stubby screwdrivers. Now tell me what full-blooded, red-blooded male does not exult in a stubby screwdriver. Marvel. There's that thing, no idea what those are supposed to do. Just some sort of wrench, isn't it? There's that thing, that's snap-on. What is that, some kind of punch? Maybe you guys can tell me. Because all of it came together. And the rest is just, as I say, tons of snap-on sockets to complement my metric set. And they're all sitting in here loose. But there was this funny little thing. No idea what this is, but this is snap-on as well. 1/2 inch. I've never seen one of those before. I presume it just functions as some sort of wrench. And you put your 1/2 inch socket wrench in it to get, I don't know. There you go. It's got one of those thrown in. And I don't think there's anything... Oh, that's rather interesting, isn't it? Another sort of snap-on, is it hex key? So I thought you'd like to see that little lot. I'm thrilled with that. They're nice in the hand. I'm kind of getting there now with my snap-on collection. That's a lovely thing. It's just a punch. Maybe it's a metal punch. Is this snap-on? I don't think this is. Black Hawk, made in USA. I don't know. You guys in the USA, is Black Hawk good? There's enough followers in subscribers in the US of A. Let me just move these out of the way. Let Monty have a play with them. Monty's down there. And the final piece de resistance. I know you know what this is. This has come from Germany. And that can only mean one thing. Only mean one thing. The third time was lucky. I don't do big hauls from Germany because if I do get kind of intercepted, I don't want to be paying £178 or something import duties or the ridiculous amounts they charge. So it's quite a modest haul. But there's a nice tin of rat trays. Nice big tin in there of my exotic passion. Always like to keep some of that in. There's this which I just can't wait to try. Pesi Canoe Neon Pearl Turkish Oriental Flake. Cannot wait to try that. And again, a nice big tub of Rattray's Brown Cluny. I tried the there was a sample sent last time. I don't know, Siri or somebody's trying to talk to me on the computer. Anyway, so that's got 100 grams in there, which is fine, of Rattray's Cluny. So a very modest haul there, but I'm pleased nevertheless. That'll keep me going for quite some time. And now I'm going to go up to the cottage, where I will show you a couple of more of... I went to church Stretton, so I've got some more things to show you. I haven't been back long, but I thought I'd better get this video done now, otherwise nothing's going to get done, is it? I won't get any supper. And neither will the cat. Oh. Well, howdy friends. I've been out today. I've been hunting for antiques. And I'm now back. And I can finally sit down and be quiet inwardly for a few minutes and prepare myself to communicate with all my wonderful friends, my wee parish congregation of misfits, misshapen and mavericks. IPAers, I think I might have mentioned in the caravan. Hope you enjoyed the unboxing. It's been a funny old day, really. Quite a busy day. Got a good night's sleep. Monty slept through. I'm smoking my Ben Wade freehand with a stuff of that Danska Club Black or whatever in it. I'm trying to use that up. You will have noticed, of course, that wonderful haul came through. Again, don't keep me going. That Brown Cluny is lovely. And so is the Rattray's Exotic Passion, which I like. The only thing is you can't smoke too many bowls serially of the Rattray's because I'm not saying it burns hot, but it is technically an aromatic, and I find you can't serially smoke aromatics without your mouth playing up. It can get a bit bitey, can't it, aromatics? But the Brown Cluny should be alright. I'm looking forward to getting stuck into a bowl of that tonight. That was lovely. Just burnt my finger. Chatting away, you know. I hope you like my one-take wonder with the archery bow. Got a great course out there. It's marvellous. This place is perfect for archery. I'm wearing my cap because being a Democrat, no, I'm not really a Democrat, but believing in the democratic vote, the majority of people like my cap, so I've got it on. There's only one dissenter. You've been outvoted, chum. So, unsubscribe. I actually like it. I'm not even a baseball cap type of person. I'm more of a deerstalker type of person, traditionally English. But I'm kind of like, I'm kind of getting into this sort of hillbilly groove. Now I live in a trailer. I could be a hick. Start talking like that. Dig near it. Settle down, John, for goodness sake. Been a busy day, you see. I get a bit hyper. I've been in society, and I don't like being in society. Well, I better press me gong, so don't rub it on too long. I've been in society. I went to Church Stretton because I had a damned return to make. And you have to bloody take the thing into the drop-off spot. Could have done without it. But that said, I went into the antique place too. And I did a bit of shopping in the co-op. Essentials, really. For survival out here in the wilds. Fruitcake, Cadbury's chocolate. You get the drill. Oh, and some wine. Rather nice Malbec, which I'm looking forward to testing. And another white wine I've never had before, a varietal of grape that is not familiar to me, so I may have to give you an appraisal of that at some point. I feel a bit calmer now I've sat down and had a puff. Talking about puffs, I hope you weren't offended by my Amoris Laetitia and Citronella, their double act. It's all in jest, you see, a bit like my comments about the West Riding. Only to have a load of people from the West Riding pitch in the comments. I feel bad now. Because there's some lovely parts of the West Riding. I suppose I just associate it with all those ghastly mill towns that have been taken over by Johnny Foreigner. But they're not to be blamed for it, those good and wholesome West Riding folk who end up getting pushed out of their own county. You see this? This tool in my hand is a delight. Look at the size of that beast. The reason I bought that, you'll remember some while ago I was putting my guards on my lights, the lamp guards on the landy. This weighs a ton, by the way. I mean, it's a weapon, this thing. It really does. It's heavy duty. And I found that my screwdrivers weren't man enough. But this is 32 mil, I believe, so I think this will do the job. Something like that. Is it 232? I have no idea. Anyway, what did it cost? £3.50 for a lovely bit of British engineering. I mean, you couldn't make it up, could you? So I bought that in the antique shop, and that's exactly what I want, and that's going to go in my toolbox. You saw the snap-on stuff that came earlier. I mean, it's just been a day of haul after haul. I only bought 3 things in the antique shop, and nothing large, because I was wanting to get back really. It's a muggy hot day. What's it like where you are, friends? And I bought this. Look at that beauty. I don't know if you can see it. Lovely swirling pattern in there. It's a serrated knife. Oh, it's a knife on one side and serrated on the other. I thought that would go nicely with my steaks in the caravan. It was £3, but it's solid silver. Well, this bit is anyway. And when they're not hallmark, but you suspect it to be silver, I'm so practiced now in the trade, I can spot silver straight away just by touching it. But if you hold it for a while, this is a pro tip for my parish. If you hold it for a while, if you're not sure, and put it to your cheek, it'll be lovely and hot, or warm at least. Whereas silver plate, it doesn't tend to. It tends to be somewhat chilly metal against the cheek. Pro tip from my friends. And I like it. The swirling pattern is beautifully achieved. A lovely bit of dragooning around the end. But a simple little thing, £3. I mean, you know, what's not to like? You see, this is the thing. People go, they plead poverty, but it doesn't cost a lot to live with a certain amount of style, if you could be bothered. I've got one more thing I'm going to show you in a minute. It's been all about show and tell today, really, hasn't it? It's been a good day, really. You're getting 2 good days on a trot from me now. Tomorrow I'll be in a bad mood. I'm up and down like a bride's drawers. And the next thing I want to show you is tobacco related. Feast your eyes on this. Again, I can't, there's a bit of string still attached to that bit. What about that for a beautiful old piece of treen? Look at the patination on it. I don't know if any of it can come up on the camera. Look at the patination on that piece of treen. And you know what I'm going to use it for, don't you? Tobacco. That is going to be a little tobacco box, and it's going to sit on my little table in the caravan next to me. It's absolutely glorious. I can imagine with a bit of beeswax, that'll come up absolutely beautiful. I don't know. I might ask Chris from Hermitage Pipes how Danish oil would work on that, or whether it would spoil it. I suppose I could just test a little bit. But I reckon that, I mean, the sheen on it's already beautiful, the patination, but I wouldn't want to destroy it. So I've got to be careful. Might just leave it at beeswax, really, because it's got a lovely lustre as it is. It's only small. But I mean, you know, just for a bit of baccy. It'd be rather nice, that. I mean, you'd probably get quite a bit. You might get a whole packet in there, frankly. It's not huge. But in the bottom, you see, you can put a few matches and your bits and bobs. And you even put your lighter there or something. Just tidy everything up. Job's a good one. A treen, antique treen like this, and this is early. Very early. I suspect it might be even pear wood, but it's certainly a fruit wood of some sort. They used to do tea caddies in the Georgian period, not dissimilar to this, and cost absolute fortunes. £16 for that, which even just as a piece of treen is ridiculously cheap. Always do well in Church Stretton. I like going there. And they couldn't do me a deal on what I bought today because it was all so cheap anyway, and there was what they call no trade on the piece of treen. So, but I was happy to stump up, you know. I mean, it came, what, 22 quid for that little haul. Precision screwdriver, solid silver steak knife, and a gorgeous bit of Edwardian at least, if not late Victorian treen. Marvellous. Could even be earlier, could be Georgian. I shall have to research it. And that's one of the pleasures, of course, of antiques. I don't know how many of my friends on here are interested in antiques particularly, but one of the interesting aspects of antiques is doing the research. You know, finding things and doing the research on it and finding out exactly what did you buy. So I did a little bit of archery today, a bit of archery last night on the course. Great course. At the moment, I've got it's sort of, I'll do a bit of footage as I leave from here, and I'll put it at the beginning of the video, of my makeshift archery course, and show you the targets. And basically, it's an up-ended sawhorse, raised on Tesco crates, with 2 foam mattress cushions, which was designed, I think, got them from the caravan that I think were designed for bunk beds or something, which I'm never going to use. Imagine trying to sleep with somebody above you. Unbelievable. So I thought, well, pending the arrival of my correct archery target, which is coming, should be here tomorrow, and I'll show you it. That will do. And actually, it does very well. It makes me wonder why I spent all that money on the archery target now. But it is a proper, the round dude. The thick straw, whatever. Sort they use at clubs and what have you in competitions. Certainly looked the part. It wasn't cheap, though. That wasn't cheap. And as a Yorkshireman, that hurt. But I thought, if you're going to do archery, do it properly. You've got the space. Set up a beautiful course. I watched Ray Mears. Do you remember Ray Mears? The bushman, the bushcraft fellow. He's got a U-bow as well. And he's an incredible shot. I watched it. There's a wonderful documentary that's, I think, originally on the History Channel, but it's on YouTube. On the history of the bow or archery or something or other, and you see him firing these U-bows. Incredible shot. So, it is something that is innocent. It's an innocent pastime. It's godly, moral and ethical. As long as you don't shoot any irate farmers along the way, of course, by accident. Other than that, it's quite a good pursuit. And of course, you'll remember the Japanese. It's called Kyudo. It's the art of Japanese archery. And it's called Zen archery. It's to them, the whole thing, until they release the arrow, is a meditation. So if I can get into that would be marvellous, wouldn't it? Anyway, I shall keep you briefed. I need to restring the longbow. The string on the moment is just the sort of the tilling or whatever it's called string, where you just do the poundage and get a few arrows through it, see if it's all right. But it's no good for shooting, really. So I've got to organise that probably tomorrow. But I've got other bows here now because my clerk of works brought a whole bloody car full of them. She's an amazing shot. She always hits the target. Incredible, really. She's really good at it. So I'm asking for lots of tips from her, so I can be really good too. Anyway, so that's the story of the what's going on down there. You'll remember when it was all scraped out by Tom. Perfect for an archery course. Absolutely perfect. If there's anywhere you could do it outside the front. There's lots of these very long terraces. What was I talking about yesterday? I can't remember now. Oh, that wonderful. I was working my way through that tobacco, wasn't I? And Mark sent. I'm all right now. I've got plenty of tobacco. That's not to say don't send any. What I mean by that is not that. It means I was down to about my last tin, and then suddenly, like buses, it all came along at the same time. So that's good. I'm always happy to try other tobaccos. So yeah, got up. Monty was asleep. I prayed, did my meditation, did a bit of archery, smoked my pipe, had a coffee, watched Richard, galvanised myself in order to enter society, which I don't like, but I always enjoy, really. But I didn't stay long. Today was the crash and grab, or whatever the word is, smash and grab. Just dived into Church Street and dived out again. Basically to take back that seed. You remember that useless seed that I spread? over the land a little bit, you remember? And it was all just bloody dust off Amazon. And what little did fall down, I don't think germinated. Absolute weight. And 25 quid, more than 25 quid. I thought that's going straight back. But because it was Every, you couldn't get Royal Mail to collect. I had to march the ruddy thing round to the Co-op in Church Stretton to get me 25 quid back. I mean, 25 quid's not an insignificant, amount of money. I mean, it can buy you a tin of tobacco in this country. Just. My tobacco crop, by the way, is getting quite big now. Some of the pots. I still staggered the production to the point where they're probably going to have to be planted out. But from Temu in China, I've got some copper wiring coming. Now, if that will help, I know that Lisa bought some and it worked against slugs down in Wales. So if I can get it to work against slugs here in Shropshire, I'm going to plant out some of the bigger plants as soon as it arrives. Because they'll munch on anything. It's quite remarkable. So much for tobacco being an insect. Well, maybe it is an insecticide, but it doesn't put slugs off. So it's a lovely day. What day is it? It's Friday. It's the beginning of the weekend, friends. I hope you've got nice things lined up, have you? Let me know if you have. Tell me what you're doing this weekend. Believe it or not, I am interested to know what people get up to, what their hobbies are, how they want to spend their free time. Had some nice comments. I got back to a few today. There's been some sort of hiccup with YouTube. Anybody making a comment, it would come straight into my email client, just land, and I can see it in real time when comments come in. Whereas I've had to answer through the actual website and read the comments there. It could have been an ad blocker or something, I don't know. I've removed my ad blocker now. I don't know what's going on with YouTube. But the subs are going up, which is good. I'm sitting at about 2,673. And it would be nice, wouldn't it, within a month or so, if I could get to 3,000 subs. That sounds that almost, you're verging on being a respectable channel. Not that I think this channel will ever be respectable, which is why you watch it. Who wants to watch respectable channels? It's like, when you bounce your grandchildren on your knees. They want to hear about the times when you misbehaved. They're not interested about, oh, children, should I tell you about the time I behaved myself? They want to hear about how you broke into here and how you did that and how you, what you got up to in your heyday. It makes for far more interesting storytelling, doesn't it? Children, let me tell you about the time I behaved myself. Oh, yeah, okay. Okay, Grandpa. Not that I'm advocating wrongdoing, before I get some more unsubscribes. I think it's just that I've always enjoyed colourful characters. People who have a story to tell. I quite like rule breakers, mavericks, characters, eccentrics. People who don't just follow the crowd. People who find their own lane in life. People who are comfortable in their own skin. They're the sort of people you want to have a pint with in the pub, aren't they? Father John, come to the Crown in Wentler with me and let me tell you all about my life and how I behaved myself. Yeah, okay, mate. Laters. You've got to keep a fine line though, haven't you, between being a character and a rule breaker than a complete degenerate profligate And I think I've managed to do that in my life, friends. You know, walk that tightrope. Very easy to go either way, isn't it? One minute you could be a Puritan, next minute a complete desperado. Got to walk that tight line in life. I'm having scampi tonight. You see, this is life in the fast lane. Whitby scampi. Washed down with a lovely bit of that, well, it won't be the red stuff, it'll be the white stuff, but I don't even know what it is. Can't remember what the grape is now. But I'm going to report back on it. I hold out high hopes for it. Don't know why. Maybe because the label looked nice. That means nothing. So I've got that to look forward to. What did I watch last night? I watched Kung Fu, the series. Remember the old TV series with Kwai Chang Caine? I watched an episode of that, and that's all I was minded to do last night. There's another brilliant series on Ustream. I told you about Lovejoy, called Pie in the Sky, about a copper who also runs a restaurant. He's a chef. That big fat chap who played Uncle Monty in Withnail and I. And I believe he was in Harry Potter too. He's in it. He's dead now. Same age as me. Dead as a dodo. But he was a huge fellow. But a fabulous actor. But again, it's just relaxing British drama. A lot of people of my sort of age watch this channel, so I don't know if you have the internet or whatever. It's called Ustream. It's free. It doesn't cost you out. It's on there. Pie in the Sky, it's called. Very good. Very good. And if you watch the first episode, you will see on it why I was minded to get a solid silver little pepperette as well. A Pfeffermühle, my pepper grinder, which I've been using each night. As William Morris said, have nothing in your home that you don't believe to be beautiful or know to be practical. And I think everything I bought today was both beautiful and practical. Ah, the weekend. I've got no builders coming. Oh, they got back to me, by the way, the borehole people. The costs for the trench work, very, very reasonable. And the armoured cables and the water pipes and the standing pipe and tap and what have you. That'll go on the overall price, of course. So I've just given them the green light. I said, go for it. I said, table me in. You know, you've got to get on with things in life. This is the thing. You people who are watching, get on with stuff. A lot of bloody ditherers, aren't there? What is it about a faint heart, a woman never won? Honestly, when you realise, when you get to my age, you're on the back nine. You'll be in the clubhouse before you know it. If you don't do stuff, it's just, what's going to happen? You don't want to die with a load of regrets. What if this, what if that, what if I had, you know, get on with it. Stop prevaricating. You know, make changes in your life. You know, think big, dream big. Be radical, be alternative. Now, some people might say, well, that might be your thing, but it's not mine. I like safety. I like comfort. I like predictability. I like routine. I like humdrum. I like convenience. And that's, you know, people are allowed to do that, aren't they? But I think a lot of people watch my channel because they're like me. They're slightly pioneering and slightly bonkers. But of course, everybody's welcome to watch. I suppose some people vicariously watch the channel because that's how they would like to live, but maybe would never actually want to do it in reality. And they're welcome. You're all welcome in my wee parish. It's been a good week, apart from that one day when I was bushed. I had nothing to say. But that's allowed. I need to crack on next week with more of my novel editing. Any downtime, that's what I tend to do. I won't smoke any more of this now. I think I've more or less finished it. And I think I'll leave it there, my friends. Father John signing out. 'Tis the weekend. Enjoy yourselves. I am still reading your comments, even though they don't land in my email. And let's see what this weather's going to do. Very windy today, but at least it was dry. But quite warm in the caravan. Monty's doing extremely well. Lots of little toys to play with. And yeah, I've been out a couple of times. And very bold kitten. 12 weeks old today, something in that region. I'm not entirely sure when his birthday was, but he was about... or was he 10 weeks today? Yeah, I think I caught him at 8 weeks, and I've had him 2 weeks. No, so he's 10 weeks, isn't he? But he's growing, as you can see. He's like a little tiger cub. Fabulous. But with that, I'm going to leave you. Have a great weekend. God love you. God keep you. May his blessings shine upon you. Father John, signing out.